Greetings and welcome to Jefficho Films. Today we're going to talk about a movie done by David Deckardor, who did a lot of teenage sex romps like Man Heat and Boys Just Want to Have Sex, and then he went on to do some horror like Creepazoids and Puppet Master 3, and then from 2017 he did a lot of Christmas movies, like 5 of them, and then straight back to horror, but in 2019 he returns with another Christmas movie. But I'm not interested in any of those, though he has a bunch of titles that kind of interest me. But this 1993 film, well, it's something, so we're going to talk about it. Let's review Beach Babes from Beyond. This movie starts out with spaceship stock footage where Gork and Yanna are going to take a break from their kids, and then we get another shot of the ship, but it's different.
Gork, do you really think we should have left Xena alone?
Then there's a shower scene where I see alien girls still use bars of soap and conventional Earth shower heads. Pretty unrealistic here. Next, the girls are changing into their space outfits, talking about boys, and they're gonna take Dad's ship out to Vega 45 to meet some boys.
How far away do you think we are?
About 5 light years, I think.
That's all? It's practically right around the corner.
The girls are discussing their ideal man, wondering how many light years away they are. Don't you have instruments for that? And also, I guess Beta 45 is Earth, because they're low on gas, and that's where they're going to crash. But Veta 45 is where they were looking. As a writer, you might want to change the names so they don't rhyme. Dave drives his buddy Jerry as the girls crash on the beach. And Jerry, you're in the right movie.
I'd like to be abducted by alien space babes and have close encounters of the 69th kind.
Got a total preoccupation with sex.
The guys find Uncle Bud meditating on the beach, and he gives him advice about positive thinking, and, well, he's not wrong. Xena says her parents are going to ship her to the Death Star for this one, but I don't think she's qualified to operate anything on the Death Star. A corporate man shows up to serve another eviction notice, but Uncle Bud says don't worry about it, go enjoy California, boys, and then a dance party happens. The song goes on a little bit too long, and so does the scene.
Jared, man, be cool. It's like you haven't seen a girl before.
Pinch me and tell me I'm dreaming.
I think someone just wanted to film girls in bikinis for their own pleasure. I came to Beach Babes and Beyond for the science fiction storylines, good sir. The boys go to get food from Dr. Veg, who serves weird tofu type food, and he makes them some specialty pizzas in like 30 seconds. This technology doesn't exist yet, but this one dude says Dr. Veg is great, and I guess we just have to accept that.
Dr. Veg is a genius. He was a full professor at MIT in physics. They used his propulsion system in the space shuttle.
Then we jump to evil corporate dude Hassler, who has his beachfront property, really large house, and he's discussing with his blonde friend who does photo shoots, which is really just another way to show topless women and play music over. Sally explains that this is a swimsuit catalog and the girls should be wearing swimsuits, and then Hassler has some fantasy about one of them oiling him up and making love to him. I mean, this is an R-rated movie, but it's got a porn plot. Finally we get back to the girls talking about sci-fi references when they start talking about Betatonians. Dave, Jerry, and Sid are sitting around, and Sid decides to show them how to walk and pick up chicks.
These are very interesting specimens of Betonians. What are they doing? Ingesting nutrients and doing some sort of mating ritual or something. They're not the most graceful bunch.
The girls introduce themselves, and they invite them back to their place, but really it's your uncle's place, and Dave thinks they have a Swedish accent. Dude, have you heard a Swedish accent? They stay for dinner and have beers, and Jerry complains about being burnt by the sun. Dude, you were the one that freaked out about the others using suntan lotion.
Hey, what are you doing? I don't want to get sunburned. You're smart, you put some on.
I don't need no stinking lotion, man.
Uncle Bud creates a suntan cure in a blender, and then he offers the girls his Uncle Bud's soy milkshake with honey. It sounds more like a roofie, but judging by the way he smells it, it's actually just an innocent drink that is mixed with their alien physiology to make them become aroused.
I feel warm all over.
Man, I'm getting a contact buzz, man. It's like a chain reaction. I'm getting warm because she's getting warm.
Luna.
Oh, yeah.
They split up with the girls to collect data for their social project. I think an important note for their study would be to point out that girls from an alien planet still make love the same way. Sally's upset with Bud. They were lovers once, and she wanted him to change, but he just wants a simple life. Then she calls Hassler to complain, and he offers her advice on how to win him back. Then we see Jerry making love to Luna, or Sola. He removes her space bra, and then they make love in slow-mo, and the Vannas are rockin'. Dave and Xena sit under the stars by the beach and they talk. She wishes she could tell him things, and they cuddle. Way to take it slow. The next day she tells him she's from the planet Velasquez, and then, tells him how their spaceship crashed.
I live a few light years away from here.
You're telling me you're an alien?
You said you believed in UFOs.
Yeah, but aliens are green and have big heads.
He doesn't believe her, so she shows him the ship, and he's like a kid in a candy store. She says that they need fuel, and he suggests that Dr. Veg could make them fuel. The girls try on some bikinis, and then they play on the beach. And then the same song plays again, and they're all tanning. It's just an out-of-order montage. They also see that there's a bikini contest, and suggest Xena should enter it. That's a hell of a legal document, straight from a printer. Bud needs to make alterations to his home, up to building legal standards. Doesn't have the money though, it's $30,000. Mr. Bunn shows up and he's gonna judge the bikini contest and the girls are gonna enter. Sally tries to influence him, but he and his entourage cannot be bought by girls half his age.
You're one of the judges and I don't want to tempt you or anything.
Miss Mallow, this is totally inappropriate.
I'm sorry.
I'll pretend this didn't happen. Men, come on.
We learn Uncle Bud is also known as the Big Kahuna, a master surfer, and Sally gets jealous when she sees Bud hug Xena, and Dr. Veg is still working on that formula. Sally tricks Xena to come to her place and make alterations to her bikini because she has a sewing machine, but she ends up kidnapping her. Hassler says what she's doing is wrong, and Sally steals all her bikinis and has models ready to wear them. No one can find Xena, but Dr. Vez suggests that Sally is evil while she's toasting Hassler, so I don't think he actually cares. The boys are going to break her free, and then we get a Mission Impossible ripoff song. Dave manages to get in by trying to use the third door, and then he has to go upstairs and get the keys because the bikinis are locked in the closet.
There's keys. This is where Sally keeps all of her suits.
Dave says that they should win fair and square when Jerry suggested they mess with the suits, but then Xena says that she's going to fix the suits, and he lets her. Then Dave and Xena make love in slow-mo. I guess you should always go slow when making love to an alien. You never know what could happen. Injuries, life-threatening illnesses. And then they have a cheer the next day for the bikini contest.
Come on, everyone come over here. Hey, we're gonna win this, right? That's right! Let's do it!
First prize is $30,000, which is convenient because that is the exact number that Bud needs for alterations to his home. And then the girls dance on stage to some phallic sounding music that repeats forever. And then Xena and Luna and Sola head up there. And Xena's outfit is actually not that revealing. It's like a vest with some midriff, but still my fave.
Woody!
The girls get a 10 and a 9 and a 10, and then another group of girls go up to dance model, and then the song continues to go. It is long and repetitive, and it really drags this scene on. Far be it from me to complain about a bikini contest going on too long, but film's pacing, people, that's what's important. Suddenly after 2 minutes of dancing, their bikini tops fly off. That must have been the alterations that Xena made, and the judges give them 10s, and though the crowd was cheering the nudity, they boo the judges, because justly, if the bikini tops can't stay together, they don't deserve to win.
Sally Mallow's bikinis did not hold up. One of the contest rules is the bikinis have to hold everything up. So, Xena Clark is the winner! She wins $30,000! Xena!
Xena, with the last name Quark, is the winner. She thanks everyone, and Dave asks her what happened. She said she put a chemical in the bikinis to make them dissolve. That's irresponsible. I'm glad no one was hurt. Xena and Dave tell Uncle Bud that they won, because he wasn't watching, but it was what he was meditating for. That's not how meditation works. It's not like praying or wishing. Bud explains that he and Sally used to date, and Xena gives him advice, and he says that he keeps getting older and kids keep getting younger, and then he goes to find Sally, and they decide they should get back together. Mr. Bunn shows up, and Sally suggests that he should market Bud's suntan lotion. Without tests or trials, he's gonna do it.
Could we name it after you? Big Cahone's Sunburn Relief Ointment?
I'd be a brand name?
You'd be a consultant and you'd make appearances. This will take the tanning world by storm.
Then the group gets together and Bud says he's gonna go up to Sally's place tonight, and then everybody talks about their parents, and then we jump to Xena's parents talking.
Why is it every young man I marry ends up being so cheap?
You know, you were right. This trip was exactly what I needed to clear my head and to recharge my space probe?
Recharge it, you did, didn't you?
Dr. Vetch gives them the fuel for their ship, and the guys get to see the ship, and they all say goodbye, and then the girls fly off. The end. In the sequel, they crash on an island with dinosaurs.
Told you.
Whoa, dude. You mean you're a beach babe from beyond?
That's your ass, dude.
I mean, this is no Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity. That was at least a legit sci-fi. I mean, a joke of a legit sci-fi, but it had a plot, it had violence. This is just girls running around in bikinis with really bad story and very limited sci. Could you at least be like, oh, these girls are from another planet. Let's come up with a different way for them to wash and bathe. Let's find them other outfits that look like they're actually alien outfits. Let's change their terminology and how they talk about things. Nah, let's just make an R-rated porn. That way we'll make more money. Well, joke's on you. I bet the porn would have made more money. So, you lose there, pal. In the end, I thought this was hilarious. I watched it thinking it could be as funny as Space Girls from Beyond Infinity, and it wasn't. It wasn't nearly as funny, but also the acting was about the same. I thought the lead girl, Xena's acting was actually pretty good, and when I looked into it, well, she actually did do porn, but she won awards in it, so maybe that just means she's a good actor that just never found her right niche. Well, that's enough about talking about this shit. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.